Hi, everyone.
Hey.
We are back. We are back. Welcome to the Soapwire podcast brought to you by the TV Cave. And this is where you get our thoughts on our stories. Soapwire is brought to you by Katie Waltman. Katie Waltman offers elegant handcrafted pieces from stackable rings and gold-filled bracelets to personalized charmed necklaces featured in Elle, InStyle, Oprah.com, and worn by celebrities such as Molly Sims. So get an exclusive and enjoy it, an exclusive discount using the promo code SOAPWIRE. That is one word, together, not apart. She gonna make me laugh. You messed up my spiel, girl. Um, and so get that at Katie Waltman, katiewaltman.com using Soapwire, the promo code and get your discount. Hi everyone, I am Ashley Sheree, and this is
Hey y'all, it's your girl Deneen.
so let's get straight into it. We had some breaking news. Oh my goodness. So Jonathan Jackson has decided to leave General Hospital and his excuses
Thank you for using the
traveling.
word excuses because
Excuses are the tools.
of the
So,
incompetent. Okay, if we gonna do it, we
oh,
gonna do it. Okay.
excuse are the tools so that we get a copy. Don't make me do that spiel. Oh, girl, I had to learn that from. Anyways, because by saying that, you guys already know what that means. If you know, you know. Yes, Jonathan Jackson decided to leave. Basically after like 9 months.
After a 2-year contract. Hmm.
A bag was fumbled, wasted.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
and apparently, in I could be wrong, speculation, what I've heard, you know what the word allegedly. I heard that he did have a lot of creative power and he had the opportunity to veto stories. My thing is, if Jonathan Jackson would have came in, not on no damn freaking adventure and they had to go find him, I feel as though it should have been like came on the doorstep. I heard about Lulu, and I am here to assist and help. What they
That would
did,
have been nice. That would have been really nice.
it would have been so much better. And also, like how you gonna bring Jonathan Jackson back? One of the, how many daytime Emmys he's won, super revered in the daytime world at one point in time and not have him being scenes like that with Jeannie Francis. And let's keep it a buck about Jeannie Francis. Say what you want. She is part of the reason that General Hospital actually has
It's
a
on.
60-year-old legacy. If it wasn't for her, and this is just being real, if it wasn't for her and the storyline with Luke, and I know we have our issues with how that storyline was, but back in the day, she literally saved General Hospital. It was on the brink of being canceled. So for them to not even, you bring him back and then they don't even really have scenes like that. So how are we as
No.
viewers going to get emotionally invested?
And even when he first said that he was coming back, one of the reasons why he said was to work with Jeannie because
Yep.
of the chemistry, because of the history, and knowing that they're able to have those scenes together.
Mm-hmm.
The bag was fumbled, the ball was dropped because you came back to court your ex wife 2 or 3 times removed, propose, her say no, not have any scenes with your son. I'm
Girl,
confused. What was the purpose of you coming back? Like you didn't. And mm,
no good storyline.
let me just get it off my chest. I feel
Say it.
like JJ as an actor, he's great. He's phenomenal. He has range. Like we've seen what he can do as Lucky. We've seen what he can do as his character in Nashville.
Yep.
And it's just like I didn't see any emotion. I didn't see any passion from him this run. It was just I'm showing up to work. Hey
Yep.
y'all. Hey Liz. Hey everybody.
It
Like
was,
I saw more so as like running lines.
yeah. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
That was
And
literally how it felt.
I heard that he was supposed to leave off in the shadows with Elizabeth. And I'm like, was this to get her off screen? I'm really
Girl, don't you even try
wholeheartedly
it. You,
confused.
us Elizabeth fans, we don't want to go back into the trenches of like how we was in 2000 and whatever with Brian Franz, that demon. Like and I know who started that rumor low key, so I'm just gonna keep that where it is and keep a pin in it. Um, but even that didn't even really make sense because if they were supposed to go off into the sunset together, why did he sign a 2-year contract?
Why did he sign a 2-year contract? And
So
it was like
that wasn't the
because he
plan.
did an interview and I like read his interview with TV Insider and he was like, we both on my behalf as well as the show behalf tried to keep it going for as long as we could. So y'all knew it was boring. That's what I heard from that. That you all knew that it was boring.
The writing left a lot to be desired. I mean, and if we're also going to be real, Lucky was always Laura. Lucky
Mm,
was a spitting image of Laura. All of Laura's heart, all of who Laura is, and the cunning, conniving sneakiness
agree.
was Lulu, and that was Luke. Like, that's who it was. I feel like they tried to bring him in and tried to act like he was Mr. Spy Adventure, Luke Spencer's son. That was never like, let's keep it a buck. That was never
He should
Lucky.
have never left the PCPD.
Okay? Like I don't know, all I know is Jonathan Jackson, we wish you well because
Yes.
that man always land on his feet, so he'll be absolutely fine. He gonna go back to Texas with his beautiful looking wife. She's freaking beautiful. She used to play Hannah, so shout out to her. And with his 3 kids, and he's gonna be okay. But it was sad to see how the story turned out when it didn't need to be that way. There were so many different avenues that it could have went. Even with you mentioning his son, there should have been a lot of more scenes with his son, Aiden, and we should have
Hmm.
seen Aiden be mad. General Hospital also has an issue with conflict. As soon as Jake and Jason had conflict, they tried to wrap it up in a bow and ship Jake out of here. What are we doing? That like no, that's how it was supposed to be. You didn't come back. And the same thing
No.
could have been said for Aiden and Lucky. You were all the way over there. Yes, I feel some type of way, and it's gonna take us time to rebuild. We're not just gonna be cool like that. Who is just cool like that? Aiden was cool like that after like 2 days. Like what? Your father
I
was
would have
non-existent.
loved to see their scenes together. Like,
But let's just, none of Elizabeth Children's have any type of spotlight, even though they are Hardys and part of the main family that was first developed on General Hospital. But you know what? Don't even get me started on that because I could do the history too that go with it. But Frank, Ashley, be nice. This is not Twitter.
mm,
This is not Twitter. And also, this is
gonna think so
also
crazy.
the words and opinions of Ashley. This is not the words and opinions of TV Cave. And I just want to say that. And everything is alleged, and this is just our opinions and just our thoughts. So let's get that out right
Yes.
away. And I'm gonna move on because the person that used to play Britt is coming back too.
Yes.
Who asked for it? Because sis said this is what she said. She said she wanted her character basically killed off, and I'm paraphrasing, so she couldn't come back. Like you basically just be done with it. But now you want to come back, and this is when old boy gonna allow it? What? No, we killed your character off. It's done.
Now it's my turn.
We
Y'all brought back the wrong Kelly. When we said bring back Kelly, we meant Kelly Monaco. Y'all didn't listen. It was a half-assed effort. And then it's undecided if she's even going to
you
come back to play Britt. Okay. We asked for Liesel. Y'all brought her daughter. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So maybe we should start asking for the wrong things so that they do the right.
A little reverse psychology. And what's crazy is Lisa would have been all up and through that courthouse right now with the
Not for
custody.
real.
She really, really would have. So that's also weird, but you know what? It just is what it is. General Hospital going hospital. And this is why I just watch
General
the
Hospital
clips
Hospital.
on Twitter. And that's why I do
And
because
it's
it
and
needed
you
to
know
be
what?
long.
They were doing so good the last couple of weeks. Like
What, the
we'll wait
last
till we
two
get there.
weeks?
We wait
Yeah,
till
we
we
gonna
get
wait
to
because we
because
sometimes
because
we do
I'm
this
just
and we
like,
just
oh,
start. And this is only the breaking news, so this is crazy. All right. Okay. And the last topic for the breaking news that we have is Edward Scott has retired from daytime. He was a huge executive producer for Young and the Restless. I think some other soaps as well. I think he was on it for 40 or 50 years. So shout out to him. He's married to Melanie Thomas Scott, who plays Nikki Newman as well. So get your relax on, Mr.
yep,
Scott. Chill out.
congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations and thank you for making Back in the Past, Young and the Restless one of the top revered shows as well. I was hoping, you know what? No, I was hoping you would have helped bring it back some greatness too. But you
Uh,
was already checked out, so you was like, I'm about to retire in a year. That's what he said. He's like, listen, y'all do what y'all want. I am retiring. But nonetheless, shout out to him. Happy retirement. I hope him and Melanie just continue to enjoy themselves. But I know she ain't going nowhere. So we'll still see her on Young and the Restless. So let's get it started. Oh, BTG, Beyond the Gate.
Beyond the Gates. Beyond the Gates had some stuff going on last week. A
He
couple
did.
of twists and turns.
He did.
I think everybody was on the canvas last week too. Like everybody has a storyline. We haven't seen the young adults in a little bit. You know, we
Mm-hmm.
love the kids, but everybody kind of has something going on in Fairmont Crest right now.
I I meant to bring this up and talk to you before we started recording. Um, they showed Nicole, but I have seen some rumblings on the Bad Place, and I was thinking this myself, is that we're getting very limited point of view from Nicole, and this is
Agreed.
basically her story. It's more Leslie centered, and I don't think it should necessarily be Leslie centered. I feel the only point of view that we essentially got was when she confronted Ted, and there needs to be a lot more. Granted, guys, we record on Tuesday, so Monday we got a little bit more when she and Eva met.
Hmm.
I have to say, I really did enjoy those scenes. I thought they were excellently executed. I liked it. I can't help it. I really, really did. I think I liked it as much as I did because they gave Nicole the opportunity to really talk to Eva about her feelings, where they stood, and the possibility of the future, which right now looks slim.
Hmm.
Did you
I
see?
think I think my biggest thing, I saw those things. I feel like they had chemistry even when Eva worked for Nicole. So to see them, again, and Nicole telling Eva, "I forgive you," and then Eva like the exhale of like
Mm-hmm.
feeling like that weight was
Nicole
lifted off
means
of
something to
her.
her.
Yeah, yeah, I feel like they executed that like very well. As far as Nicole's point of view, so this is something that we was nervous about in the beginning. Like, is Nicole appearing to be too passive? Is
Mm-hmm.
her voice being lost in the struggle of everything else? And it's feeding into that without saying it. Like almost as if Nicole's voice is not fit to be heard or that she
Which is
doesn't have
crazy.
an opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
we were nervous of this. We talked about this. So when she did have the confrontation with Ted, we were like, okay, there it is.
Yep.
She's quiet, but she's deadly. She's
Yes.
calculated, like she's forming her opinions and she's watching and she's analyzing, but she's only speaking when she feels it's necessary. Okay, we feel it's necessary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like this story is as much as Nicole's story as it is Leslie, Dana, and Lou Sherry. Yeah, she's funny. Like, don't get it twisted. She's funny. I do enjoy Leslie Dana and all her aliases, but it gets to be a lot because we also have to remember not only is she in this story, but she's also in the story with Eva. Like, I feel like
Hmm.
her hands is in the pot in so many different ways, and then with Kat too. So, but how is Nicole's hands in the pot? We barely get any scenes with her kids anymore. Now, I mean, granted, she has more scenes with Kat, but not with her son, which I always thought
Yeah.
was weird,
Yeah,
and
we haven't
not
seen
with Ted,
Martin this
really.
week.
Yes,
I feel
that
like we
part.
haven't seen Martin either. I'm wondering because Trisha, the actress who plays Leslie Dana Honolulu Sherry. Oh, I
Oh,
think I
you
did
did it. You
it
did
right.
it. Yay!
She plays on The Family Business, Carl Weber's BET production. And I'm wondering if they're gearing up for her to go back and tape. So
Hmm.
it's something big that's going to happen on Beyond the Gates to get her off the campus. So like they got to have her include. Maybe they're trying to do a whodunit. Like having her be intricate in everybody. Like Tomas, she has scenes with Tomas this week. She
Oh
has
yeah.
scenes with Andre.
Mm-hmm.
She has scenes with Kat. She has scenes with Ashley. She has scenes with Shanice. She has scenes with all
Everybody.
these people, all these places. So maybe they're monitoring her interactions for that.
And maybe also with that too, because we all know villains, they do have a shelf life.
Right.
They do what they do, then you take them out and you bring them back later. So when you were saying that, it made me wonder if she's gearing up for family business again, then essentially maybe it's like, okay, so maybe she will get caught. So if we've been looking, Kat is basically scheming to ensure that they get caught. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if she does get arrested and she has to go to jail for a little bit, and then that, gets her to exit out, of course, if your theory is true, and then she can come back a little bit later. So they probably
Yes.
have to figure that out with the story.
That's what I'm thinking.
But I know I mentioned Kat scheming. So because she's still doing it. In a sense, it's to make sure that these people are held accountable. So like I
Mhm.
get it, but I'm also like, Kat, like girl, you're gonna make this evidence be invalid now. For all your crime drama that you watched, did you forget that tonight? What are we doing?
Like, yes, you got gloves on, but your hair out, you swinging, you leaving evidence in a skirt and some New Balances. Like, baby girl, come on. Like, we
Come on,
got to
that
be
small skirt, you gonna leave DNA particles like all over the place.
It was
Like,
a Tide commercial for me in the mix of it. Like,
listen, they said, Ty, you gonna get this sponsorship. They're gonna know who is
and she
sponsoring
stood up,
us.
her booty bumped it. Like, and it's, I was like, y'all so funny.
They are so in on a joke. I still love that they're in on a joke. And also, this is what they got to do. I feel like this is some old time soapness, and I'm here for
Mhm.
it. I don't mind. I know some people probably gonna start complaining soon, but whatever. It's fine. You can deal with seeing Tide on your screen for a little bit. I promise it'll be
Mhm.
okay.
And Febreze,
And
y'all are
Febreze,
okay. Y'all are
make your house
okay.
smell clean now. Go and get that.
Period. Period.
Also, so basically too with Joey and Vanessa and Doug, Joey done called the couple in and just like, listen, this is what it
He
is.
owed me $250,000. What you gonna do about it? It's like this your husband.
Yeah, she looked so like shocked, of course, but I
Because
also
she
felt,
still used. I don't even think she
yeah,
cared
that's what
about the
I'm about to
money
say.
part of it. It's more so like you slept with me. You don't like me.
You didn't even have to do all of that. You know what I'm saying? You might as well have just like it would have been just a commonality of like, oh, we've been spending time together, getting to know each other, trying to get you a house. And I would have still been bothered by this. But now
Yeah.
you slept with me, made me think it was something more. She was like, we were, basically like we was vibing and I thought something was there. Now I can't believe anything that you say, even if you say we were. Cause like, were we? Cause, or are you just using it so I can wash your money? Like, stop playing with me. So smacked the mess out of him though. Which was rightly deserved. John lynched him. You man, you be acting your butt
He is
off. Cause
having
the
so
way he
much
smiled at the end.
fun. He's having so much fun. And I thought about it the other day. If he was going to go back for Denise's on Leslie Weber on General Hospital, she recently
Oh
passed. So like
yes.
for that as well as when they do everything by per Monica together. So like I wonder if he's going to go back to
I
GH.
wonder too, but if anything, they'll just say he's watching Ace. That's an ugly name for a baby. I'm sorry. And it just is.
What the
That
young
should be a
kids do,
nickname.
clock it.
This has just been a nickname. Like it can't be a real name. I hate it as a real name, but anyways, going to the next topic. So I know how
Mm.
I feel about Danny in
Oh, I'm about to say what?
those
Oh, you about to talk about
situations.
Danny and Bill. L-
And I get it. I get it. And I have to commend her. She was not as high sprung as she
No, I
usually is.
feel
She
like
was,
she was supportive of her daughters,
yes, and that's very
and
nice.
And, it's very reminding of a typical black family. We gonna beef, we gonna get into it. But the minute some go down, somebody in the hospital, you all in the room looking at each other like, well, what's going on? Are they okay? And it was like, we don't care about none of this. Bill had a stroke, like everybody was just
And and that's the
calm.
crazy part is like because if like for me, if we're talking about only parents wise, because my family, like you said, black families always huddle together when something crazy is going on. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Yvonne Marie Pryor, let Joe Arthur would have been laying up in the hospital, she would have been like, oh. Like, yeah, and
He
this
said
guy,
your mama didn't play.
my mama did not care. She was like, I am done with that man. My parents were married for over 30 years. They got together when my mother was like 16 years old. They had a very tumultuous type of relationship. Like, if my sisters are watching this, they're gonna be like, hi, but whatever. It's true. It happened, and but like, my mother could not stand my father, and he just didn't talk because he knew that she did not want to have anything to do with him, like, at all. So for me, it's just so weird, and this is when a lot of times you have to take yourself out because it's just
Yes,
like this is not about you and how you see things. Like there are some families who are able to move past it, like and no matter what. But I felt that was very big of her because Yvonne Marie would have been like, oh, like
and she
okay.
was cool with Haley. Like
Yeah, and
she
she was very, very cool with that girl. So
child bride.
who felt out of place. You could tell she felt out of place.
And Haley's inability to remove herself from the situation, like her feelings, makes me question her motive even more.
Mm, that could be what they want
Because,
her to
girl, this
do.
ain't about you.
If she really
This
loved
is
him.
their family. Like, this is literally like their family.
Oh,
And they're moving off of familiarity, and you feel, oh, what about the baby? He didn't feel the baby kid. You ain't feel the baby kid. Like,
you,
ain't no baby. We
that
not.
baby's like an egg. Like
I
it's
don't
not.
even think
It's
you think it's a
like a
baby.
peanut. Like
Do you think, y'all, leave a comment, let us know. Do y'all feel like it's a baby?
I mean, I've
I'm
heard
on the fence.
nobody really believes that she's pregnant. So we'll definitely see. But oh, that reminds me too. There's been talking about because they had their scenes, so that people were like, I wonder if, kind of gave fuel to the switch that birth theory with Kat and Eva. For me, I want it to be an embryo
Mm.
switch. Because I would just love Nicole to be the parent to both girls. That's just me. That's just me. Also, people are still talking about Kat being bougie. Kat is bougie and she's uppity and
Let
she's
her
her. Let her
be. This
be.
is her
Like,
character. Like,
it's okay.
Chelsea fake is too, but y'all ain't hating on her.
At all. At all. I feel like that's a lot of projection.
Yeah.
So let Kat be Kat. You know what I'm saying? Let Eva be Eva. I like both of the girls and I just know that they're different and that's just,
Hmm.
what it is. Chelsea's like an airhead and I think people just feel that her character is just airy. So they don't think anything. I feel like
I
because
love how you said it that way because she is. She
she is.
is. But it's her. It's Chelsea.
It her also really quickly her in a relationship with Matt. We're going into next week, which we have to stop. Her relationship with like Madison so far. We'll talk about that too. I do like the attraction there, but we'll get into that next week. We're
Okay.
not gonna talk
Okay.
like
Okay. We're gonna put a pin in it.
yes. But that is all I have for BTG. Oh no, my goodness, the secret was revealed. Articulate and their member actually committed suicide and
Suicide. So Barbara, they never talked about it being four. They always just talked about
yep.
Tracy and Sharon. So having it be revealed that it was a fourth member, and Anita being able to read the suicide letter by heart at this point. So that has
Hmm.
been something that she has carried.
Yep. Yep.
Do you feel like she's responsible?
No, I don't feel like she should shoulder that blame, but I also understand why Barbara wrote the letter that she did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and when you're just in a very bad place and someone that you loved, confided in, thought of as your sister, you helped form this group. And the next thing you know, they all three, not just Anita, but like all three of them, you just kicked me out and that was just it. Like we grew up together. We was in the projects together. Like music was our solace. And this is how you treat me. So I
Yeah,
can understand like her Barbara writing that was like really truly out of anger and just like I can't believe that this has happened with these women who I revered and loved and thought were like everything and y'all did this. So
yeah,
it
it's
also felt like
disappointing.
a get back.
Mm-hmm. Very much so disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very much so disappointing.
But I have to say too, I really kind of love this. I feel like it's different. It's kind of like a different story surrounded on suicide because it
Mhm.
reminded me of the first Wives Club, the movie with Diane Keaton, Goldie Hawn, uh and Bette Miller, and my girl Stockard Channing played the woman who committed suicide. And the four of them grew up together. They went, well, not grew up together. They met in college, all of that other stuff, great friends. Life drifted them apart. Her husband was divorcing her for like a younger woman, and then she goes, and commits suicide, and then it brings those three back together. So, granted, this is a different story, but some of the same elements are still there. And I haven't seen something of this stature being done in the soap world, so I'm excited to
Yeah.
see like more of this and how it turns out. Yes, I've seen they have had stories on suicide. I know I'm talking about this type of storyline involving suicide. So know the difference of what I'm speaking of. um, so do we have anything else for BTG?
Um,
That
nope.
probably means no.
If I gotta think that much about it,
Yeah, that is like nah, B.
no.
Going to Bold and the Beautiful. Cha 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 cha. Like, and y'all know I was capping for Luna. Y'all know this. The storyline
We
just
know you love Lunatic Luna.
I did, and it's just like the storyline just dag, I wish I could remember the
Yeah.
tweet. I think her name was Ash Dupree on Twitter, and she basically said like the storyline was there. And if it's not
Mm,
Ash Dupree, apologies. The name had Dupree in it. She was just like the storyline was there. You could have made Finn and Luna siblings and then trying to deal with essentially coming together, that type of relationship. And then it could have been a triangle with Poppy, Lee, and Jack.
I agree.
And instead, they did this bull crap. So Luna is continuing to spiral. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird seeing, and I keep saying this, having Sheila try to beat him on to reel her in just based off the fact that you also shot Steffi. Finn got shot saving Steffi. But now you're sitting here talking to Luna and telling her she needs to leave town. Do you need to leave town? Like you killed someone too, but yeah, I just think that it's super weird. Of course, Luna is still trying. She goes to Finn and Steffi. She tries to talk to them, and they're like, no. And y'all know Finn don't play about Steffi, so he's standing 10
No,
down.
no. And it's
Not
like you want to have sympathy for Luna because you're looking
not taking
for
accountability.
a place of belonging. Like you're and then she has that look on her face like the what did I do? Oh my God, why is everybody treating me like this? But like you said, it's a lack of accountability as to how you ended up in this situation. So it's like,
And not even
yes,
giving people
you're
space.
getting no. And yes, you're getting met with we don't mess with you. Like we don't mess with you. You're not welcomed. And almost it's like wanting to be sympathetic of a child,
Mm,
but she's not a child.
nope. Full girl, full adult. And I get it, but it's just like, okay, so if everyone is telling you this, how about we work to show a change?
Yeah.
even if they could have been be recognized as if they were going to do the sibling route, it could have been like her. They probably would never bring back the coffee shop, but her working in a coffee shop, trying to get back on her feet. Then she meets Remy, and they're both trying to get together and try to figure out how they can be better individuals.
Yeah.
Then like Steffi or Finn or happens to stumble upon her and see her work. I don't like something of that nature, and it could have been a real redemption arc, but
Hmm.
instead it's this mess, and obviously it's going to make way for Jackie to go on maternity leave, which we know. But it's just so many different other routes that they could
That
have
it could
went
have went.
instead
Hmm.
of this. And
I agree.
nobody's really feeling it. They lost a lot of Sin fans. I know people who I rock with who are Sin fans, they don't even watch anymore because they're just tired. They're like, we're tired of it. This isn't the angst that we want. And it low key feels like sometimes it feels like certain stories, soaps, they just continue to not want to listen to fans or maliciously and intentionally go
Mm.
against what the fans want. And I'm like, but we're watching. like
We're
like
your viewers.
we're your
Like
viewers.
we're the ones that's keeping the numbers and the ratings up. Hmm.
Exactly. I don't know. That's just my take on it. So, of course, they denied her. And then she went to Deacon. You killed two of his friends. Of course, he's denying her. And then Sheila's going to go to Poppy. I, I don't know. It's just not, I don't know. I'm just not there. I feel like I watch it because I'm such a Finn and Steffi fan. So I like to see them on my screen.
Hmm.
But this storyline does
It's
absolutely
not it.
nothing. Yeah. Nothing. And I feel like it's very, very big now, low key. So I don't know. Do you have anything for Bold? Because that was all I had, girl.
No, I have nothing for Bold. Bold
Short
has
and
nothing
sweet.
for me. Wow. You know what, y'all? We be like this every couple of weeks. Like, if you
Mm.
notice, like, it's some weeks that we're like, this. I love our soaps. Then it's other weeks that we're like,
What
all
is
right,
this?
we're here. We showed up, did you? So,
What was it? Was it last week or the week before? Yo, we were on fire, and it was because General Hospital and Days and BTG
yes,
they gave us so much life.
everybody has stuff going on. Like, and Ashley has always enjoyed all of the soaps. It's taken a lot for me to expand beyond General Hospital. I mean, of course, Beyond the Gate's crazy, but I slow burn for the rest of these. For the rest,
An
right now, I
acquired
would
taste.
say Days is holding it down for
Yes.
me.
Hmm.
I like Days. I'm not in love with it. We're not married, but I like Days.
And they haven't, and mind you, she's saying this, and they haven't even shown her couple. So
Yeah,
that says something. That means she means it.
yeah, yeah. Because like I be trying, y'all. I really be trying. I'm better than I was when we first started. I think I know families now, connections. Yay. On a few more.
Yay! And I feel like we're about to go into Days anyway. Yeah, I feel like Days
Yeah.
is such a web, like the interwoven of families. Because even if you look at John Black's family, like he's somewhat intertwined with the Bradys too, but
Yeah.
he's not really a Brady, but he raised them kids. It's like crazy, but. Okay, so going on to Days of Our Lives, I always have to take a deep breath because it's still like, whoo, child, it is very
Very
emotional.
emotional. Hmm.
I think his name, he plays Paul. Christopher Sean today, and I know it's Tuesday and I shouldn't be talking about it, but I have to.
Because
Because
we know
that
Ashley got up
man,
at 6 a.m. and watched Days.
I sure did. 6 a.m. on actually, I was up at 5, but I was like, damn, I gotta wait till 6. But that man was crying, crying. Okay,
Mm.
like I mean, I was like, oh my God, like this is a lot. Like even for me, I was like, this is a lot because it's just so real. But going back to last week, we really just had to deal with Marlena breaking down,
Yeah.
her being despondent, and kind of like it was just certain moments that I felt like she was just really, really out of it. There were two specific well, actually three. So there were three specific scenes that stood out to me the most. One was when she was actually by herself and catch them wearing purple. I believe purple is for those who have pancreatic cancer. Don't quote me, I think I could be wrong, but purple does mean something as to why they were wearing it. Because even Martha, who plays Isabella Belle Black, she even her sweatshirt was purple too. So it was a scene where she actually like breaks down
Yeah, it's when they said bye.
by herself in
Hmm.
her bedroom that she shared with John Black. Uh, that got me. It was also her scene with Dan who plays EJ, and the way she opened that door, I was like she wanted to get the fuck out. Like she was done.
No, it was Bill. What are you doing here? Well, I heard about your dad, and I just have to be with you. This ain't the time for
But I was
that.
like, cut it off, cut it off. But the thing is, I understood like why he did it, but and I could
Yeah,
understand like why Marlena was like, Belle, you need to tell him to go.
your
Like
mother
I
out
got
here.
it all. And then the other scene was between her and Susan Seafor Hayes, who plays
Mm,
uh
that was a
it,
big one.
ooh,
That was a
she
big one.
just like you were there for me, so I want to be there for
That
you.
was a big one. And then even when Julie, Susan, spoke to Doug's picture,
Yes.
I was like, she's
Yeah.
like, Bo's gonna be safe. Did you hear that, Doug? And I was like, that was special. That was special.
It was so special. I mean, like, uh, it's just like I'm low key, I'm getting chills just even like talking just about days in
Yeah.
general because I just feel like this is also a reflection of real life. Like it's really truly is fiction meeting nonfiction and it's low key like blending together and it's just like, oh no. Like that's like
Mm,
literally like how it feels like no. Because it's like those tears feel weird, like real. Those
yeah.
emotions feel real. Like everything feels so damn real. And I'm just like, I don't know how much longer I can take it, but I'm gonna take every single drop and bit of it. Um, but I just was really sad too that it was stated that Sammy wasn't gonna be there. Once again, I saw something like a great synopsis on Sammy and John Black's relationship because we all know that he did raise her, but then it was a point of contention when it was revealed he wasn't Roman, and then him coming back. Somebody was like, "Yeah, John Black has had his foes, but his nemesis was Sammy." And it was like
Mm,
there would be no Sammy Brady without John Black. Like they needed each other in order to be the characters of who they were. I don't know why I just got chills saying that. I think
that's
because I'm
real.
thinking back and I was just like, yeah, because the moment of Sammy Brady seeing her mother cheat on Roman Brady, her father, with John Black, the man that she believed was her father so long ago, and it wasn't, totally changed the trajectory of who Samantha Jean Sammy Brady was. Like, she became that vixen, that Spitfire, bringing hell and brimstone to her parents,
Hmm.
their spouses, and of course Carrie, because Lord knows Carrie is her sister, but she cannot stand her, and they cannot stand each other. So like, woo, child. But they did. I mean, Alice and Sweetie, of course, things happen, so she couldn't make it. But they said in a week or two she should be there to, have her scenes, and I can't wait to see those because. Just like how the scenes last week or the week before last with Christy Clark, who plays Carrie, was amazing. I feel like,
Yeah, those were really good.
they were so
A
good.
lot of history.
The flashbacks, girl. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was heavy even for me.
And I know that when Alice and Sweetie scenes show up, it's gonna be a problem. So I can't, yeah. But so they're dealing with all of the Bo stuff. Basically, I mean, not Bo's, but we'll get into that too. All of the John Black stuff and his death and finding out and telling people. I just have to give my hands and a bravo and applause to all of those who are working because it has to be so hard to do. And every single one of them are just absolutely bringing it, like
I agree.
Eric, Martha, you know,
I agree.
Deidre, you name it,
I
Christopher,
don't
like
I don't
Christy,
see them acting. I see
they're
them
not.
literally like portraying their grief. And I think that's what makes it so heavy as a viewer because you can feel the emotion coming off the screen.
Exactly. Oh, so great. So let's go talk about because it's woo, child. I One day I will get the words to like form, but I just think because it's also like it feels so real and it is real, it's part
Yeah.
of like the realness is being displayed. That's why it's just so hard for me to get the words to really describe like the feelings that I feel watching it. So let's go into Bo waking up. He
Hmm.
had such a cute little family like moment. Seeing his grandchildren, Sean is there. They had a moment. Um, Also like, well, they had a moment because Sean blamed himself, so
Yeah.
wash that all away. And also him finding out about Victor dying, that was huge. And that was like something I was like waiting for as well. So Peter made me cry. Like just hearing about the Victor once again, like the relationships, like it just feels like Days is really giving us history again. Like
And
family.
that's something that's a soap opera, like
Yep.
that's the purpose of it for us to continue to see the connection, for us to continue to see the history of it and how the history is influencing the present now. Like we look
Mm-hmm.
forward to those type of things, like old characters coming back and clips. I thank y'all for not shortening the budget and be able to play back clips,
Yes.
like to remind us, oh, y'all been here. Y'all got history. Y'all are loyal to the field. Days
Yes.
is giving us that. And I think it's really honorable. Like, and as far as tributes to actors who have dedicated their careers to
Mm-hmm.
soap operas and these shows, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Other soap operas should take note.
That was shade.
Palm trees, open the sunlight. I don't give a damn. Like,
I mean, because even when they had to do, remembering Doug, like that had me boohoo crying too, because it was so much history there that was also displayed. And I thought that, they did an amazing job with that. And it still feels like the same thing is being done here. Like they're really playing into the history, the family dynamics,
mhm.
everything. And I essentially feel like their core families, y'all, are being represented, which is low
Yeah.
key. Unfortunately, a lot of the other soaps are not acknowledging their core families. General Hospital. But
Hmm.
I feel like that is just I love it. And also can I know I said this last week. I just love that they have melanated Hortons. Like you have the twins, I can't wait until they grow up and you're gonna see them be Hortons, black as they want to be, okay? And then you also have like even Ari being of a
Yeah.
Latin. No, I love it. And that's a main family right there. The Hortons is what started it. So it's just shout out to Days for not forgetting the history, or rather going back into their history bag and
Yeah.
being like, we didn't forget y'all.
Because if y'all need to go back and look, if your historian is not
Please
being
do
historic, Elizabeth, then
it.
at this point, maybe somebody else should do it.
And
That's all I'm saying.
that
That's
brings us to GH. Huh. That part. I'm not gonna be, shitting on GH like I do sometimes, because I have to admit,
it's been
it,
good.
it's gotten better.
It's been good. I think with everything with Dark Michael coming back, are we switching?
Yes.
Are we on GH now?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
everything for
Yeah. Yeah.
days? Okay. Um, we
So
put.
Dark Michael.
Okay, I was making sure because we supposed to hit on the baby. Did we talk about the baby?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Sasha giving birth yet.
No, days.
Which
She
baby?
didn't give birth.
Oh, Sophia.
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay. Anyways, going back. Yeah, Sophia just she just went to the hospital basically to get things checked. And Amy Choi, her mama freaking her out. But that was like basically it for now.
That
But
was it.
we could mosey on down to GH.
Okay. Now that we're on GH. with Dark Michael coming back, I love it.
Yes.
I love Dark Michael. I love the courtroom scenes. We love a good courtroom scene. The custody battle was actually entertaining, I would say.
Yeah.
However,
Ooh.
I'm ready for Drew to be a who. Drew who. Because I don't know if they want us to hate him.
But to what extent? Because
Yeah.
this ain't normal hate. I can't even, I always say, I can't even watch his scenes. I have to pass the clips. And I don't even watch General Hospital on Hulu. I watch it on clips from Twitter. And I can't even watch him. That's how much I'm so disgusted by him.
It makes me wonder. I think it's getting to the point where we're not going to be able to separate the character from the actor.
Yikes. Well, I mean, he already
Like,
said somebody was coming at him to Michael.
be like, but so like, I don't know. Willow,
She's
Willow was the most productive when she was with Chase.
yeah.
It's when I feel like she had a brain of her own.
Mm-hmm. If I only had a brain. Chase
Mm.
gave it to her.
That's Willow for sure. Um, what else happened on GH this week?
Yeah,
I'm on.
no, well, she did give Sasha gave birth and Willow helped her
Sasha
deliver.
gave birth to Daisy,
Yeah.
which I saw scenes of Leslie helping Monica give birth to AJ,
Oh.
and that being a parallel. So okay, y'all might not have noticed it, and we did, and gave y'all credit. Don't know, but here we are. But baby Daisy, Quartermain, Corinthos
hmm They
is in
love to
this
forget that he's a
world.
quarter me. We didn't know.
We didn't forget, is now in this world. She is a Scorpio, a
Yep.
Spencer,
Yep.
Corinthos,
Yep. Quarter me.
Quartermain.
That's it.
That's
I,
it.
I feel like you named them all. That
A
is also a
stunning.
huge legacy. Like
Yeah.
Like that child ain't going nowhere. Like she's everything. Like what? I have to say, like I did really enjoy those scenes. Rory, he has amazing chemistry with both of the ladies.
He
Right
does.
now,
He
I
does.
I want him with Sasha. Like right now, I want him
Misha
with Sasha.
2.0 is really cute.
Oh, so
Um,
cute.
I
I feel
I
like she gets
like
a
them.
twinkle in her eye when she looks at him.
Yeah, I think they're becoming one of my faves, and I want to say that. And that's the sad part about
You
it.
don't say you don't
They're
want to
turning
mess it
into a
up.
fave. They're turning into a fave. Let's talk about Lulu and Brooklyn's confrontation.
What do you think?
They not going as hard on Lulu as I want them to.
Yeah. I feel like everyone, even Dante went soft on her too. I felt
Yeah.
like
She cried after. No, I want you to drop some tears in my face.
now.
I'm gonna keep going till I see some roll down your cheek. Like we're not done.
I'm like I don't mind. I actually love Alexa Havens. If I knew how to say her husband's last name because she has a hyphen last name, I would say it because I love Justin too. Um, but I don't know. I just don't like this storyline for her right now because it
No.
always makes her look really
Um,
like the bad guy, which
but
is
it's also true to Lulu being in
true.
everybody business.
Julie's Lulu, definitely.
Yes, everybody's business,
Mm, yes.
sticking her nose in business where it doesn't belong, and not taking any accountability. Because how you gonna say, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this," but did you want to know? Like you can't like an apology can't have a but.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that lacks accountability. I'm interested in how Rocco and Gio's relationship is going to shift. I know they have some powerful scenes,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm excited for that. But I also want to see Rocco give his mom some more hate too.
I'm for it. But I feel like GH is allergic to the teens acting like teens who have issues with their
Mm,
parents. Besides Gio, of course, because they need that. But Jake couldn't give it to Jason. Aiden couldn't give it to what's that other one?
lucky.
Lucky. Like like okay.
Yeah.
That is where the most angst is with kids, and they always have an issue and an attitude. Well, I know I couldn't as a teen, else I would have got slapped. But like that's just something that soaps do, and I don't feel like they lean into that. Like GH has a good group of like young kids. Wait, where the is Charlotte?
Where is Charlotte? Because her mama got custody. Maybe she didn't want to go sneak off to be with Papa. Because
Maybe.
bring Papa back.
She's at the
Bring
hotel
back
down the street from
Papa.
the prison. So like waiting on him. She's like, I gotta get the help out here. She
I
said her
don't
mama
know.
doing too much.
Charlotte
Oh,
is with Ace and Kevin. Because
word. I just thought about that. I'm like, wait, hold up, because I'm thinking about the teen dynamic of it all.
it's
Um,
ridiculous.
yeah, but they just don't want to give it to him, and I just think that that's lacking and doing such a disservice to
Yeah.
those young actors. Like, let them have that moment, especially the ones that can act down. Like,
And Finn Carr is like
he can
we've
act.
already acknowledged that he was JJ in the 90s. Like we've already acknowledged that.
Yep, yep, he can act. Let him act.
He can act really well.
Let that man act. Well, that young man act, I should say.
I
Um,
want to
and
see more.
and also they decided to bring the Back family back in right before Juneteenth. So,
I'm not about to play with you. Oh.
okay,
Oh,
so
let's bring in the Ashfords, everybody. Let's bring in the Ashfords because
as for Robinson Clan, come in. Juneteenth is next week, y'all. Come on
Cat
out.
Daddy back on the canvas. He didn't came back.
They brought Hat Daddy back. Didn't even get
It's
to see
they.
Jordan.
It's they.
Made up an excuse about TJ having to work. Mind you, I haven't seen him since Christmas Eve of
Wow.
2024. So, but you know how that goes. So I just and this is why I cannot stand the character of freaking Curtis.
I
Bro,
hate this so bad.
didn't you were the one who was washing Miss Wu's money and you also lied to Portia about it. She was upset when she moved on and gave you grace. I don't want to hear it. And you did the same bullshit with Jordan. And Jordan, it was with her job. She don't have to tell you ish about her damn
Okay, let's talk about it because y'all know Prime goes back for GH. And, shout out to y'all kind of also being aligned with what's going on currently because the whole like Sasha and Chase faking like they're cheating and, Willow and Michael getting together and, all of those storylines is what's playing right now
Oh
on Amazon
wow.
Prime. And I just feel like, how can I say this nicely?
Be truthful.
I can't.
Ah,
So I don't like Curtis and Portia together. I
I
never
don't
liked
either.
Curtis. I never liked Curtis and Portia together. I did prefer Curtis and Jordan, but not this actress that plays Jordan.
Hmm.
But for him to go to his ex-wife that he cheated on his first wife with for help because he was beefing with
It's
the
kind of
wife is diabolical.
it's insane. And also, do you think I want to hear that even as your ex-wife?
I don't
You
want to.
lucky we
And
even
shout out
talking.
to Jordan. Shout out to Jordan for telling him, yeah, this ain't okay.
Yeah.
Like you need to go talk to somebody else. Where's Isaiah?
Now we need your dad
Bring in
now.
Isaiah.
We can never have nice things. They always pick a word. This is
I
why I get
think
so annoyed with
we
them.
we tell people that we like it. We need like a secret
So
chat room.
don't mention Misha no more, y'all. Act like y'all hate it.
Drew and Willow, Drew and Willow, Drew and Willow, Drew and Willow. Oh
Drew
my
and
god, I
Willow
love
is
Drew
the
and Willow
greatest
so
things
much.
in sliced bread, y'all.
I just love me some Drew and Willow.
They're amazing. Yay. And I hope she gets custody of those kids too. Like
Because him him, and you know what? I was waiting on Daddy Rick to speak up and say something during the conversation in the hospital hallway. Why would y'all use that baby? Make him feel like his
He
daddy
didn't peep
don't want to
until
talk
later
to him.
though. He didn't peep until later.
Like
Rick
I'm Daddy Rick, you know.
Rick is getting backlash, and I'm like, he didn't even know that why. And now we're talking about Monday's episode really quick, yeah. He didn't even notice that like Wiley was sitting over there, and he turned his head, and he was like, and then he went to go confront Drew, scheming,
The baby didn't
narcissistic.
talk. The baby went mute. That was
Like
not
to do
okay.
that to a child is absolutely insane. Like what? You care nothing about Willow and her children. You especially don't care about her children to
No,
do something like that to
you
them.
just wanna stick it to Michael and the Quartermains. That's all that's important to
That
you.
pissed me
And
off.
Willow so damn dense that she can't even see it when they didn't ask you repeatedly who come first, Drew or your kids.
And she will
No
not
answer is an
say it.
answer. No answer is an
Yes.
answer.
What? You couldn't stop me from saying my kids. What? And I think that's really my issue with her is she's not putting her kids first. How
Mm-mm.
dare you put your kids underneath a man? Like what? Are you
How about why
stupid?
should I have to choose? It should never be a choice.
Period. Those are my children. Bro, I will leave him in a heartbeat for you. And that's what's wrong with some of these women nowadays, being freaking
Hmm.
male-centered, especially when you have kids. And that's the problem. And she's like that. I have no type of feelings for Willow. She needs to be gone. I can't stand her. Oh, that and sorry, we totally diverted from, the Ashford Robinson,
We
kind of like
did what they do.
how
What?
GH does.
We
Oh,
did what GH likes to do. So Kai came over with the family and was with the other black cast members.
gotta get them all together. Cause Kai don't got no parents, y'all.
Kai don't have no family.
They
So
can't even get a day player for somebody to just act like his mama real quick. Nah, be like
like,
nothing. And we all know how those sports people be with their kids in sports. They don't let them out of their
hello.
freaking sight, especially when they're good.
And having surgery. Y'all let that baby have a whole surgery and we
A
never
whole
met his
surgery.
parents.
Oh, and really quickly too, I still don't like Curtis. I think he's a horrible character. I hate the way he treats the black women in his
So
life.
how do you feel about him revealing what's going on with Drew in front of Kai?
Well, he didn't know that Kai was there, so
I
there's
know,
that
but like,
part. But
do you
why?
feel like Kai is going to move further with that?
I think he's gonna tell Trina, but I don't know where he's gonna go. Like after that, he might tell Drew because that creates drama,
Hmm.
obviously, and that will create issues for him and Trina. So I can see them doing that because of that situation. But also Curtis was stupid because why the hell are you talking about this in a household full of people? Like. And then you don't even tell Hat Daddy the real problem. You skirting around the issues. Shit, if he would have been in it, I mean, if he would have been by the door, he would have heard what y'all was talking about anyway. So it wouldn't even freaking matter.
Hello. I think him and Portia aren't gonna make it.
They shouldn't make it because they're not a good couple.
I think
I'm
so.
Marsha on Twitter. Hey girl, I always try to give people their credit. She calls them the best friends. They are. Like they're
Mm,
just friends. They give friend
yeah,
chemistry. There is no heat there. There's no, I dare to say, I don't even see best friends. Like they're just
I
there.
see that with Jordan.
Yes, like
Jordan is his best friend.
Jordan is his best friend. Like that's insane to me. And what's really crazy too is because Britt Kerr has chemistry with every other man besides Curtis, which is crazy. Tanisha Harper has chemistry with all of her men. So like even Brooke Kerr had amazing chemistry with Rick Hurst. That should have been
Hmm.
tried. She also low-key has chemistry with the man who plays Isaiah. So she has
Yeah,
chemistry there. You could put anybody in a room with Tanisha Harper, and that lady has chemistry. She even had chemistry with Cameron Matherson, who plays Drew. Like, what are we
because
doing?
okay, let's go back. I remember I rooted for them. I
Yes.
rooted for them, but like right when he was doing the political race,
Yep.
they had
They
a few spicy scenes, and we was like, oh, Drew and
Because she gets them
Jordan.
together too. And even was like before that, I
Wow.
think they were like at an axe throwing thing. Like, and I, anyone that we see has chemistry, General
They don't
Hospital is
share.
like, no.
Because I hate Rory and the actress who plays Sasha, their chemistry. Oh, it's just so bad.
I can't.
I
I
hate
can't.
Misha. Hate him.
It's so bad. Ah,
Ugh.
no, Misha.
Speaking of Misha, so Jason has another goddaughter. Mm.
I was wondering, did he bring up that he already has a goddaughter already? I mean, he could have more than one. I'm just wondering.
It was him being in the same shirt as people put on Twitter. Had me screaming because it's like 20 years later,
Ah,
you still got that black shirt on. Like they could have put blue on for that scene or gray he's been wearing. But I'm just so happy that they're leaving it at that and not trying to explore a Sasha and Jason storyline.
yes,
That was
but they
just
had no
disgusting.
chemistry anyways. That's probably why they're
And I
bringing
wanted
the
to do
other
that. I
Kelly
wonder if they're
back.
doing that on purpose. Like, yes, but they brought back the wrong. Now that we're here, we talking about General Hospital. We can do it. Thank you for bringing it back up. Y'all brought back the wrong Kelly. Y'all brought back the wrong Kelly. Does Jason and this Kelly have
Chemistry,
chemistry? Yes.
but
But is
nobody.
she going to come back as Britt or is she going to come back as somebody else?
Probably
Because
somebody else.
Jason thought Britt died when he came back. He was at the police station. He was asking for her, and they told him that she was dead. So she dead, Sam dead. But she get to come back. Sam don't get to come back. It's not okay. Who's she coming back to? Who is Britt coming back to?
We have like no
I
idea
always
why should it be Lizzo had twin daughters and she didn't realize it, or and this one was raised in the wooded area of
I'm stupid.
Creosha
Like
or
what
some
they
shit
did
like that.
when Emily got killed off, brought her back as her twin
Yeah,
sister.
Rebecca,
Like
because they knew that was a mistake.
y'all knew
Um,
that was stupid.
People were mad about that too. Damn,
Think about the potential that Emily could have had now.
girl,
She would have been running General Hospital.
and she was a doctor.
Yep, she
But
would
you
have been
know
running
what?
everything.
You
Her
know what?
parents' legacy.
And the thing is, like, I feel like whoever is at the helm has such an issue with like Jason's past huge popular pairings because they refuse to do it. The scene alone with Elizabeth and Jason, which is actually a year ago today, it actually happened on June 10th, 2024, when they were at the pool and
Oh,
they
at
had
the
fun.
pool.
Yes.
That was cute.
As after he told that man, no! He said, stay away from her. I love it. But anyone from the past that he has Kim with, they refuse. They don't, if you notice, they're not in any scenes anymore. They
I wanted to
got rid of
him.
Jake. It's not him.
I wanted to Steve.
It's not Steve. I can tell you that. It's definitely not Steve. I know who it is, but I'm not gonna talk about it here. And it's definitely
Talk
not
about it
Becky.
after.
And it's not my Becky either. So I'll leave you those who know, you know. Um but it's super weird to me. Like they will do
Yeah.
anything not to have Jason have any type of any connection with any of his past loves, especially the ones that have legions of fans. But
It's no romance on General Hospital. Like I will say
can you
that.
name a
Like it's
couple? Let's see.
Brooke and Chase.
Ugh,
I
frumpy.
like the early version of them
Oh yeah, the
when they first got together. The
early
early
version
version was
hit.
cute. Early version was cute.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Brooklyn and Chase. Brooklyn and Chase. Um,
Oh, Eva. Oh, not Eva. Ava and Rick. Damn, I got
Ava
one.
and Rick.
I
Ava
got
and
one now.
Rick. Okay, okay.
I got
Kai
one.
and Trina.
Yes, that's another one.
Kai
Okay.
and Trina.
Okay. Okay. We got three.
I like the exploration of Molly and Cody.
I
Bring back
know.
TJ. Bring back TJ. We miss TJ. It was no explanation of what happened to TJ. And I don't
He's
like how
working. Mm.
Cody is turning into the town drunk. Like he don't have to always have a beer or something in his
So,
hand.
and Molly's gonna have to clean him up.
Molly's don't
Perfect.
have to clean him up like she cleaned up everybody else. Molly's a fixer.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think with the recast too, she's not as hyper up in your face like
Yeah,
as the
it's
previous actors who played her.
more
Like she's
subdued.
more subtle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it crazy? Like sometimes their recasts really hit and sometimes they really, really don't. Like
Yeah.
Kristen as Molly hits, love her. Rory as Michael hits, love
It's
him. Dang, Young and the Restless, y'all really dropped the
like
bag.
y'all,
I can't believe y'all had all of that.
man,
Come
did y'all give him
on.
JJ salary? Cause did Britt come back and she gonna get JJ salary? Cause y'all was cutting people for JJ salary, and now he about to go. Did you give it to Rory? Cause Rory deserve it.
Rory does deserve it. I
Rory
just can't
deserve
believe Young and the Restless dropped this bag for him as Noah. I'm so, girl, I just don't get it. I didn't know all of this was waiting.
it.
That's a
Yeah,
damn song. Like, what the hell? And he is stellar. Y'all can
he is.
say
He is. And we've
that
been wanting Dark Michael. We wanted Dark Michael.
for
We thought
years.
Pat was going to give it to us.
And people can say
And
that this is Corinthos. I'm sorry. Y'all can say Corinthos, but I see Quartermain. Y'all
so
forgot.
that's what people, so because I don't indulge. So that's the tea right now that they think he's tapping into his parental side.
Yeah, and I'm like, y'all, do you know that Alan Quartermain tried to drop a roof on his wife and her lover? And y'all saying Corinthos? Nah, that's Quartermain blood. Y'all done forgot. Did y'all forget?
Michael Allen Quartermain,
Okay, like
out to
unless people
play.
fuck, did you forget that Tracy Angelica Quartermain, his great aunt, almost allowed her father to die without giving him his heart medication?
We're never gonna forget that. Oh,
But
I'm gonna go back
but
and watch it.
he's acting more like a Corinthos than a Quartermain. Nah, he's acting like a Quartermain
No,
through and through. Which
he.
he got that but that's a Quartermain too. Don't play. Don't play.
I
Mm-mm.
like Dark Michael. Raise your hand if you like Dark Michael.
Me,
Everybody did it. Everybody did it.
I
I'm
said me.
excited to see how the rest of the custody battle is gonna go. I think I still need to finish yesterday's episode.
Who do you think is gonna get it? Ooh, sorry, yeah, I think y'all heard that.
Michael.
I'm praying. I'm just like, please don't try to do the pump fake. Please. I am begging. I need it to be Michael because I need to see Willow weeping. I need to see weeping Willow sprawled out on the floor.
Mm.
Like I want that. I deserve that. We have had to deal with this Drew infestation
This
for a long
blanket just
time.
over her.
I'm tired of that
And I also
man.
blame Nina. Tell her the truth.
Mm. And it's so hard for me because I love Nina, but I just cannot defend it. I'm like, girl, if you don't tell her the truth, like, how is
Like,
all the other secrets out besides that one? Why do they hold on to that one? Why?
and that's what Carly said. And Nina the one that poisoned Drew. Cause I'm not supposed to do this. And like Carly was like, fuck it, I'm telling the truth.
She
Nina did
tired
it.
too.
You want to tell on Sasha? Nina did it. Nina the one who did
Oh, and
it.
that's what, oh yeah, yeah. And I was praying that it was not Sasha. I was so upset. Sasha has always had Nina's back when that damn weeping willow witherspoon cry a lot would never. And the way that she used to treat
Alliteration.
Nina was insane to me. And I understand Nina is starving for a relationship with her daughter, but to what extent and what detriment?
Yeah.
Like,
At
girl,
all.
she would literally, Willow will leave you in a freaking heartbeat. Sasha has stood by you through all of your mess. Like, are you serious right now? She is so freaking lucky that Sasha forgave her because I know it couldn't have been me. And that's hard coming from a Nina
It's
fan. Like, I'm
embarrassing.
so
It's embarrassing.
disappointed. Ooh,
It's
you writers.
embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
You writers
I
piss me off.
digress. I digress.
Girl. You ready to go on to Young and the Restless? Because see now this is when GH pissed me off because I hate when they fuck with my characters and you fucking with Nina and I don't like that.
Go crazy on Young and the Restless. I have nothing.
Well, Young and the Restless will be like quick. I have to say, so they did do Nikki's birthday. Something that really stuck out to me when it pertained to Nikki's birthday was when Kyle did his speech. I have to give it to him. I thought the speech was so freaking good. Um, and what really got me emotional, if I'm being really honest, was when he gave her the gift of all of her grandchildren's name, even those who that she was not blood related to, and her first name was Cassia. So you already know what it was. I thought that was probably hands down like one of the most sweetest things, gifts like
Mhm.
ever. Like I that was one of the scenes I had to watch, a couple of times because I thought it was really, really good. And I have had my issues also with Young and the Restless lately. The stories just aren't storying for me, unfortunately.
Agreed.
But I thought that that specifically was literally really, really good. And on top of that, now Kyle will pay Victor $5 million if he breaks Claire's heart. Okay. Like, I'm
That's
just
my
not
face.
Claire and Kyle. Okay. I mean, this is another story I feel like was fumbled as well because
Mhm.
Claire should not all of a sudden be a goody goody. Claire should be struggling trying to be a goody good and struggling trying to build a relationship with parents and grandparents and siblings that she didn't know. I just felt like the 180 was too swift. We didn't really get to see character development. We didn't. I just feel like they just like she's gonna be good now. Bam. Like that's how I felt, and I just whatever. But she does have chemistry with Holden, and that's what I want. Um. And also, so it looks like, oh, Dumas fired both Holden and Damien, and of course, Holden blames Damien, so there's that. Amy's moving to General City. She's gonna move in with my sexy couple, Nadra, Nate and Audra. They want her to live with them. And then last but not least, Mariah and her secret. I don't know what this secret is, but it's scaring me, and I just hope that she wasn't like S8. And I'm just like, oh my God, please. Because it's like this older man. They have their like flashback scenes, but it doesn't tell you anything. They're just sitting at
I
a
hope
table.
I hope they're not about to have that storyline come in either.
Ah,
Because
girl,
then
I,
I'm really not gonna pay attention.
I hope
Young
not
and the Restless,
either.
I'm holding on by a thread, okay?
She's bored.
Please. Please.
We're both bored. Just keep it honest.
I
But I
think
love
that's
my
it
Winters
too.
clan, so I'll suffer for them. I don't care. Like I love them. Um, but yeah, so that's really what's going on. I hope they don't do that either. But that's what it's looking like. And she be cutting Tessa up. So I guess Tessa probably gonna go mess with Daniel. That's just what it's looking like. That's what I'm getting from
Mm,
that. So also let's go to our breakout performance of the week. Do you have yours? Because I know I have mine.
I'm giving it today's.
Yes. Okay, so we're the same accord. Okay.
Yeah.
The incomparable Deidre Hall playing
Deidre Hall,
Dr.
I love
Marlena Evans.
passion, love the drama, love the emotion. Reasons that got us into the soaps to be on the couch with our blanket, tears. Just,
Mhm.
that's what I think when I think of soap operas. So to see the history, I think she portrayed a lot of pain. Like I think it was very releasing for her as an actress to be able to say bye.
Yeah.
Um, they've been with each other since the 80s, I believe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah,
40
shout out to her.
years. 40 years. So yes, mine as well was Deidre Hall, Dr. Marlena Evans. I just felt like every scene, every emotion, every look, every eye moment, every facial expressions, every prickle in her cheekbone
Yeah,
was like some form of
yeah,
emotion for what she
yeah,
was going through. And I don't know how she did it. So, I want to say good job, but that's some grief that's also there too as well. Some real grief. Yeah, I mean, if you watched it, you understand what I'm saying. That just
absolutely.
looked too real. So, hugs and loves and kisses to those who work on Days of Our Lives, because I know that it has to be a very hard situation and
Hmm.
moment to like watch back. They filmed this like 9 months ago, and now they have to rewatch it and live all this pain. And also, if you've ever grieved, you're still grieving. You just learn how to cope, and sometimes you just have your
Yeah,
moments where you just bust out crying or think about them, and you have a moment. So for them to have to like see this, I feel like they're probably reliving a lot of things. So my heart goes out to them, and I just hope that they continue to find some sort of comfort, basically. Um, and with that, and I hate to end it on a sad note, but with that, that is going to end our episode of the Soapwire podcast brought to you by the TV Please make sure that if you want to, it is sponsored by Katie Waltman. That is katiewaltman.com. Use the promo code SOAPWIRE together, not apart, for the exclusive discount. And last but not least, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, lady2wise_ASA. On Blue Sky, it is just lady2wiseasa, no underscore. Neen?
And I am on Instagram under Neen_Amanda, Neen_ the therapist, Blue Sky, one word, Neen Amanda.
Bam. So we look forward to seeing you next Wednesday. We drop at 8 a.m. Please be sure to follow the Soap Wire on Blue Sky and on IG. On IG, it is soap_wire. We will talk to you soon. See you next Wednesday.
Bye,
Bye.
y'all.